Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 12. I'm so used to saying version 11 point something, but yes, version 12. And where we left off, we were playing as the UK and we were building up our forces. And to be honest with you, I have been through and reorganized all of our organizational aspects. And I've done a lot of that off camera because it is slow and it can be a little bit tedious. Now, we do have all of our kind of theatre forces out allocated now. We do have some more units that we're still building up in the United Kingdom in this kind of area over here, so this is kind of the elements that we haven't built and finished handling yet. We've got our forces ready to go towards the French to lend a hand with them, but we are now at August of 1939, which means the war's about to kick in. So I wanted to jump back in for that aspect, and we've reorganized our naval forces. So within our different fleets and things, we have all of our aspects all laid out. Now, I've split the naval operations into a couple of different zones. So we have Zone 2. So let's start with Zone 1, actually, just do them in order. So we've got Zone 1. And Zone 1 will be the kind of fallback defensive position. And for that zone, we have these 4 convoy escort fleets. Now, this is using probably our oldest ships, but we do have a mix of different types of ships here. And the principal purpose of these will be to defeat any submarines that make it through the other zones. We've also got the motor torpedo boat screens here for the channel, and a little bit into Zone 3, but yes, they're also forming a part of that. And then we have our landing fleets here, which have some of our older battleships in place, some torpedo boats that we have upgraded, and some landing craft flotillas that we have built. Now, in the north, so in Zone 2, we have our smallest set of forces, a couple more convoy escort fleets. Now, these ships are slightly more modern than their counterparts down in Zone 1. And that's only because they're going to be covering a slightly bigger area here in Zone 2. So we're going to mainly have them around the Faroe Islands. And that's, towards Iceland. And the whole point of that is going to be to try and maintain an area of operation here with no issues. And I like that old picture of Reykjavik. Very cool. And then finally, or next up, we have Zone 3. Now, Zone 3 is going to be a little bit handled by these motor torpedo boats. But predominantly, it's the 5th and 4th cruiser fleets that we're going to have to cordon up this area. And again, they've got some very modern ships in place for the most part. A couple of them are a little bit older in some places, but they've got a mix of different things there to hold down Zone 3. Then Zone 4 is going to cover the Norway-Scotland gap. And for that purpose, we have our 2 fleet carrier fleets under Bertram Ramsay, and Andrew Cunningham, who, they've got probably our best, most modern ships for this purpose. I guess the Sussex is a slightly slower and older heavy cruiser, but HMS Effringham is the newest Surrey-class heavy cruiser, so that's something. And they've got very modern destroyers, so they're going to cover this area here. Then in Zone 5, we've got the biggest concentration of forces, and I'm using pocket battleships, by the way, to denote cruiser squadrons. So we've got 5 cruiser squadrons between Zone 3 and Zone 5. We've got our battleship and battlecruiser squadrons that I think we're going to send them in kind of a screen in this direction, but we'll start with the cruisers. So we're going to send the cruisers, we're going to have a cruiser screen here, a cruiser screen in Doggerbank, and then another further cruiser screen in Silverpit. Then to support that, we're going to use our 2 light carrier groups for the home fleet. And those are going to be responsible for kind of maintaining a cordon in this area and destroying the submarines. My aim will be to knock out the German naval threat within the opening days of the war, the first week really. So we're going to put time forwards now that we have things neatly ordered, and we'll drop a save here. Let's just make sure the game doesn't kick the bucket on me. I've also organised our air force and things, but the key thing with the Air Force is going to be using strategic bombers at the start of the war here. to hit some of the more important German targets, but we'll have to see. And yeah, everyone wants to trade because they think that we're not making any money, but we are. Okay, we've got 70 in supply at the moment. And you can see where we're kind of building things back up a little bit. And in fact, no, where are you? There it is. Perfect. So you're now a completed unit. Perfect. And then 4. Yeah, we've got 4 additional infantry units. Yes, there we go. Which we'll be on to finish at then. And then we've just got the mountain units. So we've got another 5 here that we can use. The key thing is that we are building up our forces for an attack towards the Italians in East Africa. And we've had the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, so we are literally just waiting. Very intrigued to see how the Poles do in this. And there we go. As the European war is about to begin, Japan is about to finish. Well, they've still got Yuan to deal with, which is the only one that looks like it's outstanding, but they've managed to subdue China. It's taken them a little bit longer than it normally does, but it was slow going, let's put it that way. It was more of a slog than normal. And yeah, let's do this. And we're ready for war, come on. Okay, Navy asks for more money. Still no declaration. Okay, interesting. Okay, so Germany has just declared war on Poland. So Ribbentrop asked for the Poles for the return of Danzig, and the rest is history. Now we've got a load of nations that we can pull in. So Canada. And why won't South Africa join us? Okay, they've got a little bit more on that one to go. Let's do invite to faction for Australia, and then for New Zealand. Perfect. So you're ready to go. I don't need any additional small ships. I think we can ignore that for now. Synthetic plant. I think we can ignore that as well. So wartime measures is a definite yes. And we need to send some supplies to France. But we need to send, yes, at least 5 divisions over to France to make sure we don't get a debuff. So we will do that. Laws-wise, let's go, yeah, that one there. We could do 3-year draft. Can't do total economic mobilization, but we can do heavy industry emphasis. We can remove a little bit on the old national one. Let's go. And I'm going to say that that's going to maybe get a few things in with us a little bit quickly, because some of our techs and stuff are going to come online. So, let's start getting our cruiser forces to aggressively start hunting down and we'll leave 1 in reserve. And then our motor torpedo boats we'll patrol with you. Then we're going to use 1 group over here to do a bit of patrolling. And then you guys, one will go over there. And then you will patrol here aggressively. Now this should, in theory, it covers pretty much everything, so that's good. Okay, so we've got fur, twin engines. So Belgium apparently can join us now. No, they won't do it yet. Of course they won't. But South Africa? Perfect. They're willing to join us. That's what I like to see. And we can have a little look at our political situation now. So probably... Okay, you know what? That'll... Yeah, we don't need to do anything else. Artillery flexibility is worthwhile. And you know what? Just to shut you up. Okay, and I'm expecting the build-up to happen quite quickly. September 19th, so not that far away. Did it help with the ships? Yep, March 10th, so they're coming out a little bit quicker. They're only 6 months away for some of them now. Okay, so we've got first battle. So we have the Nuremberg. Like the new backgrounds. So we can do the National Service Act. We won't do that, so we will pass this legislation. We don't need to do that. We can keep them in their current units for now. Up to 17%. And we could choose to redirect our manpower, but we're not going to do that this year. Okay, so they've lost a light cruiser already. We're going to hold our battleship fleets in reserve until we've got everything else organized. And yeah, I'm not as bothered about that. I just want to see when the naval combat happens. Because the key to any good opening year is to try and sink the German Navy in its entirety before they can do any damage. Okay, let's do Naval HQ, because we do want some additional HQs for the Navy aspects. Didn't do them pre-war, normally I would. And not seeing any major detection yet. Okay, we've got a battle here at Silver Pit. Okay, we just took out another destroyer. And okay, so 4 convoys there in the last week. Okay, Gunneisen out. Okay, they lost the shear. Let's put them on patrol. Okay, here we go. I see a decent battle, so... Yep, our lights have reached them. That's good. They didn't lose anything, that's a bit of a shame. Now, the question is, yeah, so we can't reach them there with those. Can we? We can. Start a night. Let's do night attacks. Continuously, let's do port strike. That caused them to come out, that's good. And we're never going to be able to convince Belgium to join us. They're not going to be able to join until everything kicks into gear. Okay. Did we catch some? Yep, so that's two submarines right there. Okay, infantry unit training. Now, we don't have a huge amount of infantry, but we do have a little bit. And we're going to need to just organize it and use it where it's needed. I was wondering about maybe getting them experience in... well done, France. I like a little push. 22nd Panzer, those going ham. Jeez. Okay, Poland's, you know, doing surprisingly well. You know, they're losing over here, which is what I would expect, but they've taken a little bit of land. Okay, another couple of submarines. So that rate of loss, Frisian coast again, that's what I like to see. So yeah, you're for these guys, I think. For when they're done. Now you... Lovely. And that's the nucleus of our force that we're going to send towards Norway to lend a hand to them when things start to go a little bit ropey. Okay, any losses? That 15's quite low. I need to be careful of that. Okay, yeah. And there goes Gneisenau. So our first major surface ship kill. And it's come in the opening week. So, or the opening 2 weeks of the war, so that's positive. So, you're doing a port strike. And Emden's port isn't great. Can only repair 12 units a day effectively. I can see that they've got 12 coastal subs and 4 mainline submarines there. Do we have any... Björknefjorden. Hello. Ark Royal. You got this. Sink the escorts. Okay, now Ark Royal, after you go. Same thing with the Furious. Let's chase them down. So Poland accepts. Yes, that's the grand old invasion. And, okay, yeah, we've got a couple of different battles. So Hessen, with a few basic ships. Fisher Bank, with the other coastal battleships. Shropshire is not looking too good. But they're about to get support there, although we have already lost a load of CAGs there. You've got 3, so yeah, there's one group that needs complete CAG rework. Well, let's concentrate on the main one. So let's see how these go. So Graf Spray taking the L. Okay, here we go. And it's attempting to fire. The effective firing distance isn't looking too good. Suffolk, Kent, and Norfolk are all in our main battle line. And they're closing in on Gypsy. And, oh. There goes Scharnhorst. Okay, so the second cruiser fleet has taken some losses, as has our light carrier group. So let's move you away just for a moment. And what have you caught? Ah, some subs. Okay, so let's start getting these guys active. Let's do a couple of different groups. Okay, so you're doing okay, you're doing okay. What we will then do is we will move you off the coast there, and you can fill in the gap they left behind. Okay, so with Scharnhorst and Gneisenau down, and the Cologne. There's nothing bad about that. Right, you not looking too good. Let's get you back. Yeah, let's get you back to there to repair, and then what we'll do is we'll send these guys who are replacements immediately in. Lost the effects of the Polish corridor. That's okay. We weren't relying on them. Okay, so Karlsruhe. So the Celtic Shelf. Okay, so both of our fleets have managed to grab them there. So hopefully they'll be able to do the job. Yep, some really good destroyer work. Okay, good. Okay, another large submarine that just got taken out. Celtic Shelf. Let's rid ourselves of these raiders. Yeah, another destroyer's gone. Sorry, another submarine's gone. So Australia wants a destroyer. You know what? We'll always be happy to do any of that. And then off the coast of Holland. Down to 6, 4, 3. Okay, so much for the fleet there. Okay, and then this is, yes, the infantry for these divisions. Okay, so you are the smaller. And yeah, you're going in with this unit. And then you can go over there. And then, yeah, we've got some additional groups here. So we can put you in with them. And then Presidency and the Assam districts. Okay, perfect. So we've got you in place. Let's move you over to there. So we've got another 5 units set up here. And we just need some basic level commanders for them. They're going to be used against the Italians in East Africa, and then they'll get some fighting, I would say, in India once the divisions are freed up. Okay, so you're going to go there, and you're going to go over here. You go there, you go there, you go here, there. There. I'll do. And we just need some commanders. Anyone will do, I would say. Lovely. And then we will move all of these guys back there. Okay, we've got over 100 IC to play with now. So the question mark becomes what to do with it. We aren't suffering that many convoy losses yet, but we could get a really large production convoy run just out the way. Because that'll take us towards 1,000 and replace any of the losses that we take early on. How is this going? So it's 2, 2, 1, 1. But we've intercepted a few times. So one there. Okay, we seem to have bottled them up because they're not making another move for it. Western English Channel, which you guys won't be very effective at, but we do a little patrol mission. Yeah, another one there. Okay, reconnaissance aircraft, 42. Okay, officers, all good. I've got to say, this is a good start. We've sunk a pretty sizable amount of their naval presence in this opening part of the war. And we are capturing, or at least noticing and damaging their ships left, right and centre. And then are you repaired? Oh, you are repaired. But you're meant to be over there now. Come on. Right, go down there and stop that from carrying on, please. Another large submarine destroyed. We've lost one destroyer so far, so we haven't really lost anything yet. Let's get that direct fire one going. We're going to need to move on to infantry and things soon because like these kinds of battles don't necessarily immediately matter. Come on. There we go, coastal sub just got taken out. Okay, and a mainline normal sub, that's good. Okay, let's see what they've got in place. So they've got 4 there. And they've got a lot more ships there, to be honest. Like, a lot more. But okay, there goes Poland. Well, Poland fell quite quickly, to be honest with you, which means the German army is going to be a force to be reckoned with. They did that remarkably fast. So we're going to need to be a little bit careful. Okay, we lost another destroyer, but they've lost the Hessen. So yet another ship. I think we will call it a day here. So, thank you very much for watching, everyone. We'll call it a day with the fall of Poland and the partition of that land. We can see that the French have actually pushed out a little bit, which is somewhat good, but always a little bit concerning. We will send the British Expeditionary Force over to them. We're bringing back some transport ships at the moment. So when they come back, we can transport the BEF, which has a pretty sizable army. So you're now done. So in fact, before we go, let's just arrange this. So the third third Gurkha Brigade, we want to get you into there, and then you, like so. There we go. So we just need 7th, which that's being brought along by you, although you are missing a pack artillery. We could give you a pack artillery actually from here, so we'll do that. We'll just give a pack artillery in that direction, and then that's all organised. So yeah, we've pretty much built up all of our main forces. We've not lost anything, I would say, too major as of yet. We haven't even need to employ our battleships to destroy their battleships. Our own carrier forces seem to do the job for that quite nicely. In fact, who got the kill? Did Effring? No. Leander? Okay, so no kills there. How about on the Furious? No. So you got a seaplane tender. Courageous, Glorious? No. Oh, no kills at all. We could see from the naval aspect of ships. Can't remember where it is, where it shows this, but you could have a look at the ship sunk screen to find out more. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next episode. Thanks again. Bye-bye.